Students and parents to the Calhoun Community College Dual Enrollment Information Session. My name is Heath Dawes, and I am the Senior Advisor Recruiter for the college, and I'd like to introduce Gwen Baker. She is our Director of Dual Enrollment.
Hi there, I'm Gwen, Director of Dual Enrollment.
And we would like to take this opportunity to show you the information that we've prepared for new students or anybody who is interested in participating in dual enrollment. We're going to get our presentation going here. All right, and again, this is for students, parents, counselors, or anybody who needs this information for brand new students who have never taken classes with us before. First, what is dual enrollment and dual credit? Dual enrollment is a program which allows eligible high school students to enroll in college classes concurrently with high school classes, either at the college campus or at the local high school campus, and receive both high school and college credit. Who is eligible to participate? Students in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade with a 2.5 overall GPA and with written approval of their principal or counselor or homeschool coordinator. And 10th graders must be in the fall semester of your 10th grade year in order to be eligible. All dual enrollment students in academic classes must provide appropriate ACT, SAT, or placement test scores. And we do offer the virtual or online placement tests, as well as limited campus-based options for placement testing. If you need testing, please contact a member of our dual enrollment office and we will get you set up with that. What's in it for me and what are the benefits of dual enrollment? Dual enrollment students begin earning college credit and building a college transcript while you are still in high school. Students are introduced and they're given an early introduction to college life and the challenges of college coursework. Dual enrollment students their dual enrollment program helps students complete their college degree on time or even early. National studies have shown that dual enrollment students are less likely to drop out and more likely to complete a college degree. How much does it cost? Cost for college courses are calculated based on credit hour. Most courses at Calhoun Community College are either 3 or 4 semester hours. Currently for the 2020-2021 tuition rate per credit hour is $164, that's per credit hour. So a 3 credit hour course such as an English 101 or a History 202 class would cost $502. A 4 credit hour such as a Natural Science, Biology 103, Human Anatomy Physiology, or a Calculus class would cost $666. Again, these tuition rates may change each year. These are the rates for 2020, 2021, and that also includes a $10 access or wellness fee per semester per student, and everybody has to pay that. Tuition rates, of course, they do increase in the fall of each academic year. Check the Calhoun website for current tuition rates. There's a tuition calculator available as well. We do have payment plan options for students, and that link is below if you're interested in the payment plan. Where do I start? The very first step in this process for new students is to submit an application for admission on the Calhoun website, www.calhoun.edu. I will review all of this information at the end of this presentation, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time right here, but briefly, step 2, you'll complete your documentation and forms. Step 3, you will schedule your virtual or on-site placement test with a member of the dual enrollment office. Step 4, you will submit your forms and paperwork via email to the dual enrollment staff, either on your own or through your high school counselor. And last, the dual enrollment office staff will register you for any classes that you're eligible and approved for. The final step in this process is where our office staff, either Gwen, myself, or our secretary, Deb Ott, will send you a confirmation email confirming that you've been registered, and we will provide you with instructions on how to log in and pay your tuition, view your schedule, purchase textbooks, and prepare to start the semester. All right, I'm in. How do I stay in? There is a continuous eligibility policy that states students who meet the criteria for initial admission for a dual enrollment credit program will maintain continuous eligibility so long as they earn a grade of C or better in all attempted college courses. Students who fail to meet this minimum GPA requirement or who withdraw from a course will be suspended from the dual enrollment program for a minimum of 1 term. That 1 term suspension may not be served during the summer. This is a policy that is enforced, that all students that are dual enrollment students are held to. All right, and is financial aid available to me? Traditional financial aid such as scholarships, student loans, and Pell Grants are not available for current high school students under the dual enrollment program. However, prepaid Alabama College Tuition or PACT funds may be used for dual enrollment classes. Students who are eligible for funding under the GI benefits, the GI Bill, may also be able to use those funds. And we do have funds available through a workforce development scholarship. It's a grant to help provide scholarships for dual enrollment students in specific business and technical programs, which Gwen is going to speak about next.
Okay, so which courses can I take? Dual enrollment students may take any academic level courses that are 100 level or above, for which they are eligible and for which they have been approved by their high school principal or counselor or their homeschool administration. Traditional classes can be taken on the Calhoun or Huntsville campus. Right now, as everyone knows, we are limiting the number of students on campus, but we also have synchronous classes available, and we have a lot of online classes, and we hope this fall to really open up on-campus classes again. Dual Enrollment EMT is a scholarship program. It is offered regionally, and those classes begin in August and end in May. And students can also take technology, health science, computer science, criminal justice classes, and child development classes. And those are all eligible for dual enrollment and dual enrollment career tech funding. We really ask you to consult with your counselor before you sign up for dual enrollment classes. They have to approve it, but you also want to make sure that they understand that this will be a high school credit and this is going to work for your particular high school path. So we do have workforce scholarship funding. We get that funding every year through ACCS, and it covers a lot of programs. In advanced manufacturing, as you can see, it covers everything from aerospace to welding. In computer science, it covers cybersecurity and programming. In health science, it covers our EMT program that I just mentioned and our certified nurse assistant program. It also pays for some criminal justice and child development classes. We have extensive information available about these programs on our website, and the link is provided in this presentation. So again, the courses that are covered are the ones that I just discussed in those programs. We have a wide range of technology programs in like I said, aerospace to welding, drafting, electrical technology. Students must have a declared technical degree. These classes and these scholarship funds are for students who are in a degree program that will lead either to a 2-year technical degree or help them to get right into the workforce after they graduate from high school. The scholarship funds may be used to cover not only the required technical courses for the student's degree program, but English, math, and natural science classes that are required for that program as well. Limited scholarship funding is available, so notify our office and talk with your high school counselor if you're interested in these programs. The eligibility for it is a 2.5 GPA, a declared technical major, and then if any of the classes have any kind of prerequisite testing, you would have to meet that as well. Dual Enrollment EMT, our Dual Enrollment EMT program is a really special program. We were the first college in the state to have a Dual Enrollment EMT program, and it's been piloted and used as a best practice all across the state now. It's open to high school students who are seniors or juniors who have already turned 17, who have a GPA of 2.5 or higher, and a minimum reading score of 18 on the ACT, and as always, prior approval by the high school or homeschool. There are regional campus options. We do the program in Limestone County at the Limestone County Tech Center, in the Huntsville area and at our Huntsville campus, and in Decatur, Morgan County at our ACA campus in downtown Decatur. Students who have completed high school anatomy and physiology, high school science coursework, who have volunteered or worked in health science or public safety, or completed public safety classes are really well qualified for this program. That's not a requirement, it just makes you more prepared for the program. Interested students should contact their high school counselors or the dual enrollment staff for more information about applying for this program. Well, courses taken with dual enrollment transfer. Calhoun Community Colleges go to campuses all across the country and even outside of the country. So when you take academic classes, as long as you select the classes that are within your degree program, they will transfer. We strongly encourage students to contact their planned university or college in order to be sure that the classes they're taking will transfer within their degree program. Different degrees have different degree requirements, and sometimes a class that you take for a CIS degree, for example, would not be the same classes you would need for maybe a social science degree. So you need to be sure that you're taking the classes that are required within your degree program. Career and technical courses do not usually transfer to four-year institutions, but they will transfer to other two-year institutions in the state of Alabama. Always consult with an advisor at your future college to be sure that classes are going to transfer within your program of study. Transferability of credit is contingent on the transfer institution. So we can't tell you that yes, everything you take at Calhoun is going to transfer, but most of our courses do transfer. Almost all of the universities and colleges that we work with have very, very extensive transfer assistance pages on their websites, and we really encourage you to, at the very minimum, consult those. So Heath is going to go over some of the things that you need to submit for dual enrollment and the application process. And one thing that I want to say is that when Heath finishes this, is please understand that you need to submit these documents as one packet whenever possible. We have over 1,500 dual enrollment students now, so we have a really large program, and it's really hard for us to keep up with forms if they're submitted in, one at a time. So to expedite the process, not just for our office, but to make sure that you get in the classes that you want in a timely manner, we do ask that you submit your forms in one packet. Via email is usually the easiest way. So take it away, Heath.
All right, thank you, Gwen. So let's review the application process and the documentation required to finalize your registration. Again, go to the Calhoun website. That link is right here, www.calhoun.edu. And this presentation should be made available right under the video where you're watching this. So you can just click that. It's going to open up the main Calhoun website, and there's the apply link right there. When you click apply, it's going to open up another page. I just noticed they have provided a video applying at Calhoun. This is extremely helpful. It walks you step by step through the process of submitting your application. You create a login ID and a password. You're going to click first time user account creation before you do that, since you're a new user. And that's just your application login ID and password. It's just for this online application. It's not your student ID number or anything like that. We'll get that created later. But once you click apply for admission, it's going to take you to that page where you do create your login ID and your PIN. There's first time user account creation. Set that up and then just follow the prompts. It will ask you what is your student type, in which semester you wish to start. Be sure from the drop-down option to select dual enrollment high school student, college while in high school, and then indicate which semester, whether it's summer semester, fall, or spring. The application is live for future semesters at this time. We encourage you to act now, submit your application early to give us more time to process all of your documentation. Once you get to the end of the application, agree to the terms, and click submit, you should receive a confirmation email. That will be your indicator that the application has been submitted and is in the process of getting processed on the admissions side. That's when the next step takes place. The checklist of required documentation is listed here. Again, this is on our website, and I'll show you where that's at if you haven't already got this. The checklist recaps each of the required forms needed to finalize your registration. First, copy of your ID. That can be any unexpired government-issued photo ID. You can take a picture of it, make a copy of it, and include that with your packet of forms. 2 is the program approval and release of record form, and I have that right here. This is the program approval and release of record. You'll complete your student information up top, grade level, GPA, school name. Your principal or homeschool coordinator or counselor can sign right there. And then under the release of information, that is our section about FERPA. FERPA is Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. And FERPA stands for confidentiality. It means that your information as a college student is private and confidential, and you are protected under FERPA, even as a high school dual enrollment student, since you're taking college classes with us. However, we do ask each of our dual enrollment students to complete this purpose section listing your parents or whoever guardian you wish to add onto your account. That way we have the authority to discuss your information with them regarding tuition or anything regarding to your college registration. It is very helpful to have a parent or a guardian on your account. And the student will sign and date. That is this program approval form. This only needs to be completed once at the time of admission to the dual enrollment program. Next, number 3 on the checklist, course approval form. I have that right here. The course approval form indicates which classes you wish to take or to be registered for each semester. The student will fill out the top section of information, indicate the semester that you wish to register for in the year, and the student will sign, the counselor will sign, and date it. Down here in these boxes, that's going to be your course details. Give us as much information of the course that you wish to register for as possible. If you only know the name, Math 112, English 101, list that under course name and number. But you can search our schedule for these other pieces of information and contact us if you need help finding those details. This has to be completed each semester as it tells us which classes to register you for. Number 4, ACT or placement test scores. Depending on which classes you're going to take, you may need placement test scores to qualify for that class. We have our virtual placement test or on-campus placement test, which we will schedule for you. If you let us know that you need a test, we'll get that scheduled. If you have ACT scores, include a copy of your scores with your packet. This does not have to be an official copy of your ACT scores. It can be a student copy or provided by your counselor. And last, the high school transcript. That does need to be provided by your high school counselor or homeschool coordinator. It does not have to be an official sealed copy. As long as it's a student copy, that will be acceptable as well. We use that to verify your GPA, your academic standing, and other important details. To submit your forms for processing, please talk with your counselor first to find out what is their preferred method of submitting these forms. Each school system and homeschool program is different. Some counselors, they have offered to submit the forms on behalf of the student, and some put that responsibility back on the student to turn in forms. So talk with your counselor first or consult with us and we can confirm for you how to submit the forms. But generally, email is the easiest way to get those sent to us. We do ask that all forms are completed and compiled together as one packet and submitted via email for processing. If there are any items missing, that may hold up your registration. So please wait till you have everything together completed and contact us with questions about that. Lynn, do you have any other info about this checklist?
The only thing I would add is that if we do have a lot of young students that take dual enrollment, and sometimes they haven't yet gotten a driver's license or permit, they've never been anywhere where they've required a passport, so they don't have a government issued ID. If those students are public school students, they are allowed to use what is currently called their iNow profile page. It has to be signed by the principal and it has to include a photo, and they can submit that document in addition to their U.S. birth certificate. And we can use those two forms of documentation for the ID if you don't have a government issued ID. So, but that is only for students in the public schools or in the private schools that have those profile systems. So that's just an alternate form of ID that is available.
All right. And last, our contact information is provided here. It's on the Calhoun website, which I'll show you briefly. And we appreciate your interest and participation in dual enrollment. So again, we encourage you to check out the dual enrollment section of the Calhoun website. And to do that, go to the main page, calhoun.edu, click the menu bar, and the second option, go to Calhoun. Down at the very bottom, dual enrollment. This info session will be provided there along with that link to the presentation PDF. We would love for you to check out some of our testimonials here to see what other dual enrollment students have to say about their experience with our program. Please watch this informational video. It's a brief video from some of our current students who have been in dual enrollment to hear about their experience. And down at the bottom, you'll see a lot of very helpful resources. There's the Workforce Development Scholarship link. Once you've been registered, the Student Resources tab will be very helpful because we have instructions on how to log in to your account. It's an overview and orientation to getting started as a student, a quick guide on how to pay tuition, and there's other information provided there as well. For students who are graduating, there's dual enrollment transition day, frequently asked questions, a link to the dual enrollment application, and other items there. Gwen, did you have anything you'd like to kind of finish off with?
No, we just encourage you to participate in the program. It's a great start for your college career, and it has been of great value to a lot of students. Like I said, we have about 1,500 dual enrollment students right now, and 1,500 students can't be wrong.
That's right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We appreciate your time. We look forward to serving you through the dual enrollment program at Calhoun, and hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.